Đức Phạm xin kính chào quý khán thính giả của VIET COWBOYS TV 55.3 trong chương trình Câu Chuyện Luật Pháp của luật sư Anh Thư. Thưa quý vị, trong vòng 2 thập niên vừa qua thì tốc độ ly dị ở vùng Bắc Mỹ này đã tiến tới 400% và sinh ra rất nhiều cái hệ lụy và những cái vấn đề mà chúng ta phải giải quyết. Hôm nay may mắn có Judge Navarre và luật sư Anh Thư đã mời được chúng ta cùng chia sẻ và tìm hiểu về những cái vấn đề khúc mắc đó. Xin mời luật sư Anh Thư.
Xin kính chào quý khán thính giả. Thưa quý vị, Judge Navarre, quan tòa Navarre là một người rất là tốt và có tấm lòng, và ông đã tới đây chia sẻ những cái kiến thức của ông cũng như cái quá trình mà ông làm quan tòa mà ông phải handle và deal với những cái case về ly dị, về những cái case liên quan tới quyền chăm nuôi con cái hoặc là cái tiền mà cấp dưỡng. Xin giới thiệu Judge Navarre. Would you like to say something to
Thank you for having us here today, and I appreciate you paying attention to it.
Thank you. We did a segment before already, a little bit about child abuse and stuff like that, but there's so many more topics that we can cover, and we really appreciate your wealth of knowledge and for sharing your knowledge and your time with us. I guess I would like to talk a little bit about adoption too, because you handle adoption in your court.
That's
too.
correct. That's correct.
And usually the cases that come through your court, how does it happen? Is it children from foster care being adopted?
Not necessarily. It could be. I mean, you do have different areas. You have some that come from foster care. You know, CPS goes through, terminates the parental rights of an abusive parent, or depending on the situation, right? Whether it's drug abuse or physical abuse or mental abuse. Then you have next of kin or relatives, grandmas, grandpas, because the parents abandoned the child in one form or another. And so it could be an aunt, an uncle. It could be brother adopting a younger brother because the parents are no longer around. And so you have just all kinds. And you do have adult adoptions as well, where one adult is adopting another adult. And so, of course, anything over the age of 18 or 18 or over is going to be an adult. And so it could be a step parent adopting a child they raised that was not theirs.
I guess another issue that a lot of Vietnamese deal with is that they think that because a child got adopted in family law court, that somehow they automatically get immigration benefits. Did you encounter or run into any issues like that? Or
I've had a couple where it's an uncle or an aunt that have all of a sudden the brother or sister sent the child over from Vietnam, and then in order to adopt, in order to get their immigration papers, they may have adopted here, or because they're in a bad situation in wherever they may be. It doesn't necessarily have to be Vietnamese. It could be any nationality. They're in a bad situation. They send them over here for a better life or less dangerous life, right? And so then they keep them here, and then all of a sudden they want to adopt, and the parent may feel like that's a better life for the child.
So once the child is here, do the parents of the child have to be present in court for the adoption to go through?
No, they can relinquish their parental rights. They file an affidavit of voluntary relinquishment, and they sign it and get it. Two witnesses, and then they get it notarized, and then they send it, and so it can be done that way. But there's different avenues that we can follow. I've done adoptions and terminations where the parent who's relinquishing their parental rights or giving up their parental rights, we do it by phone.
Oh.
And so we try to make it work.
Okay, but I guess the one thing we need to kind of clarify is that the family law system and the immigration, the two different things. Just because you approve the adoption doesn't mean you can dictate what kind of immigration benefit they can have.
That's correct. The immigration side is a federal issue, and the adoption is going to be a state issue. So I'm a state district judge here in Tarrant County, but I cannot tell the federal courts what they're going to do.
Yeah, because a lot of times, I guess, I have people, clients come to me and said, oh yeah, I want to go ahead and do the adoption, and does it mean this child gonna be able to stay here legally? I said that's something that we have to deal separately with immigration.
That's correct.
Thưa quý vị, trong những trường hợp á, có những người khách hàng đến gặp Thư và nói là bây giờ tôi muốn nhận làm con nuôi cháu tôi hoặc người quen của tôi để rồi nó được ở lại đây hợp pháp và nó được những cái lợi ích về di trú. Thì thưa quý vị, hai cái hệ thống khác nhau. Một cái hệ thống liên quan tới tòa án gia đình, thì cái tòa án gia đình có thể công nhận cái quyền làm cha làm mẹ nuôi của một đứa bé, nhưng mà cái hệ thống tòa án gia đình không có quyền áp đặt cái sở di trú phải chấp nhận hoặc là phải cho đứa bé này có những cái quyền lợi về di trú. Thưa quý vị, đó là hai cái khác nhau. Đức Phạm có những cái kinh nghiệm gì trong cái vấn đề đó?
Nhiều con quá rồi cho nên cũng
không có adopt thêm nữa. And then as they go through adoption, is there a time where maybe after the adoption is done and then they change their mind and go back and say, oh, I'm going to return to their parents?
Not really allowed. Buyer beware. No, once you adopt a child, you know, unless there's some circumstance, usually it doesn't. I've yet to see one on the bench or as a practicing attorney, and I used to do a lot of adoptions. I've never undone an adoption.
What about after one parent or one set of parents adopt a child and then now can't take care of that child anymore, and then another set of, you know, couple who wants to adopt that child and take care of that child? How
you know, I guess in extreme circumstances that could happen. I've never seen that. I'm not saying it's never happened, but as far as what I've seen, I've never seen it happen.
Thưa quý vị, nãy Thư có hỏi cái câu là nếu mà trong trường hợp một cái cặp vợ chồng đã nhận làm con nuôi một đứa bé rồi sau đó không chăm sóc nó được thì có một cặp vợ chồng khác nhận nó làm con nuôi được hay không? Thì ông Quang Tạo nói ông chưa bao giờ thấy cái trường hợp đó, nhưng mà trong tùy trường hợp chắc cũng có thể xảy ra, nhưng mà ông chưa bao giờ thấy trường hợp đó, và khi đã nhận con nuôi rồi thì không có
họ sẽ nuôi đến suốt đời luôn,
không có thay đổi được cái vấn đề đó. Nhưng mà thưa quý vị, trong cái vấn đề mà liên quan tới quyền lợi về di trú đó, thì khi mà mình đã nhận làm con nuôi thì có những cái trách nhiệm trong luật pháp mà mình phải làm trong cái vấn đề làm cha làm mẹ nè, chứ không phải là trong giấy tờ không. Nhưng mà có những cái trường hợp mà có thể là có một cái sự dàn xếp gì đó và làm cái giấy tờ để làm cha làm mẹ nhưng rồi phủi tay không lo mà còn đòi tiền thêm, thì cái điều đó thưa quý vị, chính cái người mà làm giấy tờ làm nhận con nuôi giả, nếu mà có những cái đòi hỏi quá đáng mà bị phát hiện ra thì chính những người đó cũng có những cái hệ lụy mà không tốt đâu. Thành ra là nếu mà mình thực sự mình có cái lòng tốt giúp thì mình cũng nên giúp cho chó.
Vâng, đúng rồi.
Judge, when it comes to divorces or custody, sometimes it gets very intense and very volatile, and people get angry and temper flares and stuff like that. Right. What are the things that you do to kind of bring people together?
Well, and I'm glad you asked that, because you know, it's anytime a couple is going through a divorce, and they're good people at their worst time, right? And so you try to make them. At least I try sometimes. I mean, I know I'm there to enforce the law, and that, you know, you get so much and he gets so much, the children go here or there. But it's sometimes when you see the tension that is so bad, you try to remind them, or at least I try to remind them about how they fell in love and how it was the first time when they met each other, and, or the first time that they had that child, and when they found out she was pregnant, and then how they delivered the baby. And what I've done sometimes is, you know what, I just ask them in the middle of trial or somewhere in a break, I say, you know, you keep talking about this child you're fighting over, let me see a picture of the children. And so they'll walk up and they have their version of, this is the best picture, which is good because it kind of breaks the tension a little bit at times. And I know that's not what a judge is necessarily always supposed to do, but you know what, we're dealing with people's lives, and we're dealing with everyday people, and so you got to find a point where you can try to help these people other than just enforce the law. I mean, it could be a very cold situation for a judge just to rule and move on, but you're hoping that you leave them where at least the child is in a safe environment, stable environment with the parents, because they're not going to abuse each other or in front of the child or abuse the child. So you try to find something that helps you, each one.
And then another issue that's also very important as people go through divorce is that division of property.
Yes.
So it's really, I mean, from my own experience, it's hard for two sides to agree, who's going to take what sometimes.
Right. And that's where you really, the more property you have, I think that the better advice would be is to get an attorney that represents you, because they know what they should give or not give, and then try to advocate for you and try to work this thing, a deal where they can try to do it. Otherwise, we could be sitting there, and I've had clients as an attorney where they were fighting for blinds that were specially made for the house, and it's like, why are you going to take the blinds? You don't need them. So people get ridiculous at divorces, so they need to work with it.
And then when they can't come to agreement, for example, if they have a business that they own together, sometimes I see a receivership being appointed.
Correct.
How does it happen and how does it work?
It could be done by an attorney asking for a receiver, so that they can have the property evaluated, finding out what it's worth, and then deciding whether somebody's going to try to buy the other side out, or whether they're going to totally sell it, and whatever proceeds are left, then they divide it according to whatever the judge decides.
Yeah, we got a break now for commercial. Thưa quý vị, chúng tôi sẽ trở lại với quý vị sau phần thông tin thương mại.